What is going on? It's Robert O'Crook from the Digital Nomads Forum. So, what is it that remote workers have to learn from farmers? Something that I learned today when I was on a call with Jeremy from the Marketing Funnel Academy. I've been looking at getting some help from a company to build out my marketing funnel to basically help me get on phone calls with people who are a good fit for my remote work coaching stuff. So we were talking about what I had tried in the past, and basically what he made me realize was this. But I'm going to flip it so that you understand the context as a remote worker. If you're a remote worker, you're also a farmer. When I say that, I mean that you have a field to tend. You want to grow your crops. What are your crops? Your crops are basically your clients that are paying you for the remote work that you're doing. So there's obviously different ways of preparing your field, of planting the seeds, of nurturing those seeds and growing them into plants, and then harvesting and eating the plant. So the same is true about earning clients as a remote worker. There's ways to do it using remote work platforms, which is what I teach all about. You could do it with SEO. You can go to network marketing events and meet people in person. You might have a friend network and you connect with those people in your friend network. Many different ways to get good quality remote work. And some of them work better than others, but there's at least a few that work really well. And so for a farmer, they have to, pick one method. This is how I'm going to grow my crops. They stick with it. If you're trying too many different things, your efforts get diluted, and the end result is that your crop, your plant, doesn't come to fruition. It doesn't really make it because you've burnt yourself out trying too many different things. So in my case, what I learned I had done in the past when I had tried to build my own marketing funnel was that I had invested into an expensive course and a very expensive group coaching program. They were both awesome. I do not regret making these investments, but what Jeremy helped me realize today was that what I had purchased was basically the blueprint or the manual for how to build a tractor. But in reality, what I wanted was to buy the tractor. And the tractor was what I needed to grow my crops, to bring in my leads for my business. And instead I bought the manual. And if you buy the manual, it tells you how to do it. It tells you how to build your tractor, which you need to get your leads, to get your crop. But you have to execute every step of the work yourself. And building a tractor might not be what you're great at. Instead, actually fulfilling, if you're a remote worker, on the remote work you can help people with. So if you're a web developer, virtual assistant, graphic designer, online accountant, all kinds of different niches, that's what you're good at, right? You're good at fulfilling on that specialized skill or service that you offer to people. So if you have to spend all your time coming up with strategies to earn those clients, well, you might not only not be that great at it, even though, you're smart enough, you could figure it out, but you might really dislike doing it, and that burns you out and actually prevents you from getting to the point where you get the clients that pay you for the thing that you do enjoy doing, that you are good at. And so the moral of this story is that when it comes to earning remote work, you can go about it anyway. You can, not anyway, but there's many ways to go about it, and depending on how you do it, it's going to be easier or harder. You can definitely go the route of taking advantage of free YouTube videos, getting on someone's email list and getting their content for free, Facebook groups. All of these are things that I've done personally and that absolutely have their time and place and benefit. But you might liken some of these kind of free methods to basically preparing your field as a farmer with hand tools when you've got a huge 20-acre plot. Does that make sense? Could you do it? Absolutely. Is it going to be a lot of hard work? Absolutely. If you had the right tool, though, how much easier would that work be? So the moral of the story is you need to think about, in your situation, how fast do you want to get the work done? And how well do you want to get the work done? If you have the right tools or support, would that help you get to where you want to be faster, to do it better? Any other positives you might think of. So if you're trying to figure out remote work, maybe you've already tried a few things, it didn't work. You got tired, you burnt out, whatever didn't work out. You have two options. You give up or you pivot. And pivoting means learning from why didn't this work and realizing what do you need to make it work. And so if you've already tried being successful with remote work on your own, using the hand tools without paying someone for their support, well then maybe it's time for you to consider, is it time to buy the tractor? Because like any farmer knows, it's a big investment for them to buy a tractor. It's a lot of money, but the payoff is for decades to come. It's what allows them to grow their beautiful crops, their clients, year after year, season after season. And so if that's important to you and you haven't figured it out on your own, then think about it. Do you need a tractor? Do you need just the blueprints of a tractor and you'll do it yourself, you'll build the tractor? Or do you want to continue with the free methods and hand dig your field? There's not necessarily a right or wrong way to do things to be successful with remote work, to be successful with building your funnel, as I'm learning in my business. But there's sure as hell a lot of people who've gone through the exact same steps that you're going through right now. And the smartest people, at least in my belief, are the ones who then acknowledge that and then choose to learn from those people. Sometimes it's going to be free, the conversation you have with someone that you randomly bump into who's been on the same path that you're going down. Other times it's going to be a course that you can purchase. Other times it's a coaching package. There's all kinds of free and paid offerings out there for you, but you have to know, what do you need to achieve your goal? And if you don't know, if you've tried something, great. Didn't work, try something different. But eventually, the more things you try, the more you're going to narrow it down to what you need. One of them eventually is going to work. You just have to keep stepping. So I'm Rob Rocrook. I hope this video was helpful for you. Leave me a like wherever you're watching. Comment with any comments. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Ciao.